welcome back. Last time we tried soft pastel and we did these sketches, and I was thinking about just to somehow continue with that idea and use all of our experiment and all the nice things from these sketches just to create one bigger piece. And in the last video I mentioned that I really like my really old sketch, this portrait, and my idea was just use this portrait and based on this portrait create or recreate this portrait. I will now just prepare my surface. I probably will do it on the same size as this painting is, and I will need my easel, and I need to choose the right paper. I want to have or want to draw on a smooth paper, and hopefully I have some at home. What else to say? I will prepare my soft pastels. I do not know if I will use white spirit or water just to work with the soft pastel, but probably I will use just water. It's more common, you have water at home, but white spirit not everybody have at home, so maybe I will use white, not white spirit, just water. And I'm not sure how I will later continue, because in this sketch I really liked both effects. Adding neo color one, a really nice texture, and I also really like adding acrylic paint and color pencil. Both sketches turned out really nice with a nice texture. I prepared my paper. I taped it on a canvas because I do not have nothing to fix on it. Probably this will work. I prepared right now just my soft pastels, and here I have the portrait. I will work based on this portrait. I will start with the outline. I know when I did the portraits, I do not leave enough space around the person, and that creates some, it's too close, there is no space and a big head. I want just maybe did this one smaller and have the negative space around, and because it's maybe a little bit longer than that, I can add more flowers or different type. I will see. So start with the outlines. I will choose really light color. Just I want this space to have here. Yeah. to hold the nose, maybe lower mouth. I like that part. It's hard to work based on the imagination, but once you try it, I think it will feel differently than just copy from the photo. The eyes are always the center when I create portraits, and maybe I put mostly of my effort goes into the eyes, and the rest is always like, you know, I'm adding it but keeping it more loose. And here I see that I was very tight with everything, and now I want to create more looseness around and have a focal point just in eyes. We will see how it will turn out, because it can be a disaster, but can be a really nice, you know, nice portrait. I used like light gray now, and in the corners I like to add some kind of pink. The colors from that painting create everything I like on this one. There are a lot of yellows and oranges, so I just go with the flow and put some colors, and then I will use my water brush on it. The brush I will use is this one. It's a dagger, but for watercolor, so it holds the water really well. It's huge, but we will see if this will work or not. I want really just to trust the process. If you do not like the outcome, you can still use the paper just as a really good base for your next acrylic painting. Okay, here we have some darker values. Okay. Now I just add the water. I really do not want to think about the shape of the flower, what kind of flower is there. You know, just create the colors, the base color, and later I will think about just to define what is on the picture. Yeah. I will finish today at that stage. It still needs some drying time, and I do not want to use hair dryer because the canvas is foiled and do not want to use heat on that. I took a photo of this painting, turn it to black and white, and I see where I need to work on it. When you have a feeling that something is off with your painting, mostly it's a volume. That part is just middle volume. There is not so much dark, not so much light. It's boring part. I know that I will work on that part and maybe adding some depth to it and adding some really delicate highlights. I like the texture on the face. I want to add some details to the head. I will finish this video right here. It's long enough for you to come jump and all the information I share with you, and we can continue next week. My battery is dying, so I will probably not continue working on that piece. I want my lunch and I really want to have just time and allow myself think about the composition, think about the colors, how I want to build up the next layers. Sometimes it can be during one day, sometimes it can't. This is a big painting, like a really huge paper, and I do not want to rush with that piece. Yeah. So see you next week. We will continue on the portrait, and I don't know what can be the next video about. I was thinking about just continue with that idea and use different materials. Maybe we can try just watercolor. I have a different type of watercolor, so we have a quite wide range of watercolors, or jelly plate or oil paint. Leave me a comment. What's your favorite art material? What you use most? And what kind of themes you like to paint? Or is it a portrait, landscape? Or do you like to paint still life? Just let me know. And I do not forget about the studio tour. But the weather was awful. Today is also not so good. Sun is out one second, and next second is really dark. But I will record the studio tour soon, and see you next week. Bye.